Hi, everyone.
Mo is back.
What up?
The show must go on.
I miss being here.
The show must mow on.
Nice.
Most of this is about Will because he has not been the same without you.
Oh, is that so?
He has just been distraught. And then you
While I was gone?
Yeah, and then you come in and I'm like, hey man, Will missed you when you were gone. And then you're like, yeah, I enjoy being missed.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, there was a lot in between that. There was a lot in between that.
Like, whoa, man. It's like, damn right he missed me.
Well, you know what it is, man?
Aggressive.
What's that?
Aggressive.
It's because the dialogue between you guys, I don't really have to say anything.
Right.
That's really truthfully how it is. I can actually just concentrate on cutting and being like the producer of the show.
Oh, Willie do.
Just putting it out there.
He's on fire today.
He really is.
When Mo's sitting there, I can do my job. Put the show together.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
'Cause when you're talking to me, like, it's like, oh, what do I do? I don't know how to cut angles or anything.
No, when I'm talking to you, just put it on yourself and hold it.
Oh, jeez.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all I'm looking for.
Just a static shot.
Yeah. Just sweating.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody who's joining us here today. We truly do appreciate it. It is an absolute privilege and a pleasure and a blast and all those things to be here right now at this exact location, somewhere in the universe, somewhere underground, 700 feet below the Earth's crust.
You don't know.
I feel like it would be hot if that was the case, but it's actually cold. We're definitely not that far down.
Yeah.
It's still cold here, permafrost.
It's weird how, like, it doesn't get hotter. Like, there's a period when we go down, it's cool, and then it gets hotter.
Willie, dude, let's go. Ho, ho. He says, I don't want to talk today, but he's like, give me the mic, give me the
Here's
mic.
the science
give me the
of our
mic.
molten core Earth.
Give me the mic, give me the mic. Don't talk to me, Lou. You see, here's the thing about the Earth. It gets cold before it gets hot again. No, you're right, man. I mean, it's hot on the surface, hot in the middle. Imagine that. Imagine that. What a bizarre scenario. What a bizarre place to find yourself. But I enjoy it because it has allowed for life to take place. And life is a lovely thing.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing. And it's a fun thing.
Yes.
When you know how to do it. And Mo is a guy who knows how to do it.
Just cut to him. He's just like,
I've been just jamming to
You
his
see what I
music.
mean? He's doing life. Will, he's doing
Having the
life.
time.
That you can learn.
Yeah.
You can learn. Somebody likes your beard as well, Mo. They said it's looking clean.
Shout out.
You have a comment for that?
I'm working on it.
Did anything happen there?
No, I
Is
trimmed
it
up a little
updated?
bit.
It's updated.
But I got the curls coming.
Okay.
They're coming in.
Okay.
I gotta get waxed though.
Okay, so you left and then you did some maintenance and then you came back.
Exactly. That's actually a perfect way to describe my vacation. Was just
Wow.
like self-maintenance.
It was a lot of maintenance. You had a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so both of you guys, when we got in here today, you guys were hitting me with this Giga Texas. You guys were like, oh, let me tell you, because I didn't have a chance to watch it. I was at hockey last night and had the worst game of my life. I looked at my kids this morning and said, I suck at hockey. I said, don't ask me anything about hockey. I'm the wrong guy. Because it was this terrible event that took place and we got kicked out and it was just garbage.
Hit you hard, huh?
That's right. I'm still recovering. But it meant that I wasn't able to watch the Cyber Rodeo.
okay.
Thank goodness you guys were able to watch the Cyber Rodeo. So you can break it down for me now. What exactly happened there?
You want to start, Will?
Yeah. Here's an article that described what happened at the Cyber Rodeo.
So convenient.
And we can go through like the video itself.
I gave a shout out to Mike. He gave us 10 Rons. Look at that.
Shout out.
So apparently there was 15,000 people there.
Get out of here.
It's a big place.
Really? There was
The
15,000?
factory. Yeah.
15,000? It's like a music festival over there. Look at them coming down the road.
Okay. I didn't know there was that many people.
With their posters. Everyone was really excited.
Oh, he's looking for a ticket, that guy. Look at his sign.
I saw a few people like this.
Car stock, got them both. Ticket to Cyber Rodeo, don't got it. It's the one thing I'm missing.
There was a giant boot.
Okay, all right, I'd be there for that. I see a couple cowboy hats. I mean, they did call it a rodeo, so.
I think there were drones that was lighting up the sky.
This was the coolest.
Okay.
Hands down the coolest part.
Okay.
And, they were transforming into Elon's face. The cyber...
Elon's face?
Yeah, with his cowboy hat. Giga Texas. You'll see it. Yeah, that's him.
No, this is Nicholas Tesla.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
But it's really cool. The way it his face is going away and turning into these spirals. This was the coolest part about the whole thing, in my opinion.
This drone show, this collaborated drone show. It's like they've been doing a lot of this at the Olympic opening ceremonies and things. The coordinated, that's very cool.
That's the Tesla in the sky. That's amazing.
3-dimensional droneage.
Oh, this is one of the coolest. We'll go back a bit, like as soon as the impact happens.
So it kind of forms the Tesla.
Oh, it like comes through the wall almost.
The Cybertruck.
These animations are definitely,
No, this is
They're good.
unreal.
They're
I
good.
couldn't
They're
even
good.
imagine that.
They're good.
Yeah.
They're good. 15,000 people.
9 out of 10.
Somebody said that the building, the factory, is longer
Than the tower.
the
Burj
tallest
Khalifa.
building in the world.
Burj Khalifa. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's huge, and it's like taller by a lot.
And
Like,
I saw a few people tweeting about marching around the building and being exhausted, just like during the event, going from place to place, like just the vast scale of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 30% of it is empty. It's like he's divided it off for like future development. So they're not even using most of it right now.
Well, you have
is.
to have the extra space because you're going to be having new products.
Exactly.
And then you just slot them right in. So he had the cowboy hat and the sunglasses on.
Oh
Yeah, he was rolling in his Roadster.
Okay. The old Roadster.
Yes, listening to Still Dre.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a cyber rodeo right there. Okay.
And he made a couple of announcements here. Let's see. Yeah,
So
you can kind of see.
Oh, okay. This is the comparison. This is for scale. Gigatex. Yeah, I mean, that's...
It's like you could put an Eiffel Tower on top of the...
Jeez. 28 feet. That's the length of it. And 338 million cubic feet of volume. Because when you have a warehouse like that, you just go volume. Because it's up and down, too. You're stacking stuff, and you have robots that require volume and vertical space as well. Musk confirmed that the factory, which he called the most advanced car factory in the world, would be building its own battery cells for Tesla cars. He said that in time, Giga Texas will be the biggest cell factory in the world. At times, Musk solicited answers from the pent-up audience, asking if anyone used self-driving vehicles. He heard loud cheers. Full self-driving is going to transform society, Musk said. It's going to revolutionize the world. These are big announcements, big words.
Mm-hmm.
Did he not
Motivate
say
the crowd.
at the end of the year that's going to be available for everybody?
Which?
The
Full self-driving?
The full self-driving.
I don't remember.
Okay, maybe
Will,
we'll
did you
stumble
watch
upon it.
this? Well, we need to know if you watched
I
it.
watched a little bit of it.
We know that Mo watched it.
I watched the highlights.
Were you busy producing this show? Is that
I was just here
He's lying in bed.
clicking buttons.
Yeah.
He's just lying on the couch. Leave me alone. I'm producing a show. We're like, where? In your mind?
Oh my god.
Otis, leave me alone. I'm producing a show right now.
Have my headphones on.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the food trucks. Austin is known for the food trucks.
Mm-hmm.
I was the one time I was in Austin, I'm just at the food trucks. That's where you find me.
Oh really?
Yeah, because in South by Southwest, they all park in one spot. and it's everything you could possibly want to eat.
Right. It's
Like
a food
in
court of
close
price.
proximity. Yeah. I was having the tacos and the Tex-Mex, and you know how it is.
Yeah. Right.
Ribs and wings.
Will, you got to show him the commercial.
Where? Which one?
It's the one with the horse riding.
Do you know the timestamp?
Just skim through. You'll be able to see it.
It's only an hour, this part of the event. Now, you did complain. Mo, you had a complaint.
It was just like
before
long.
we started rolling, you had a bit of a rant, which you should have saved for the show.
Right. I guess I should have.
And now the floor is yours. Go ahead.
There was just long, when I was watching it live, there was just long pauses of just nothing happening. And I found myself like leaving my computer and then like rushing back when I realized something was happening. It was just very, somewhat annoying, to be honest. But I mean, whatever. It was a good show. Overall, I really enjoyed the first half of it.
So the long pauses got to you.
Yeah, it just didn't feel like it was coherent and moving. It just felt slow. And
Well, part of this is when you're doing a live event versus pre-recorded.
yeah.
And we've been spoiled with these company keynotes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to name any names.
I'll do it, Apple.
Where it's like a Hollywood movie, the way it's put together.
Yeah.
And it's made way in advance. And it flows like crazy.
Yeah.
It flows like water. It flows like wine.
It's so smooth.
Where the water flows like wine.
Yeah.
So in these cases, would you want to not have a presentation, just have bullet points?
Well, it depends again on who it's for, right? There's those that are watching from around the world, and then there's the 15,000 people that are present.
Yeah.
When you're present at an event, then the experience is quite a bit different because you're talking to people, you're interacting with other enthusiasts. It's a party.
Yeah.
Lulls and pauses and whatever else.
It's almost welcomed.
It's all part of the overall experience.
Anything to prolong this atmosphere.
It's a party,
Yeah.
right? So you might enhance it for one group, and then it might be a little bit worse for another.
Right.
But I've watched a number of Tesla live events, and they're always a little wonky.
Right. I should say that this is the first Tesla event I've ever seen. That I ever watched.
Right. So you were kind of in a way influenced by the other tech events in the smartphone segment.
Right.
That you thought maybe this would be something like that.
Yeah.
Automotive, it's a bit different, and Tesla itself is a bit different. And Elon himself is, he's tremendously casual and with the memes and everything else.
Yeah.
And so there is something endearing about the lo-fi aspect of how they put these things together.
You're right.
That they're just like, we're doing an event. It's a big party. Come on down.
Yeah.
Come on down to the big rodeo.
And stay a while.
Yeah.
So as you can see, the Model Ys rolled out. I think they were the first to be made at this plant. And then they rolled out the Cybertruck with different tires. And there's like little things that they removed and added. So the handles they removed. And they also added the mirrors, side mirrors.
Side mirrors they were going to have to add in order to get approved to be on the road. Yeah, for to be street legal. You're right. The tires and wheels changed like big time. The original wheels looked like the Warthog from Halo.
Yeah.
Now they look like something you would imagine seeing on a finished product. What's going on with the door handles? How are you opening these?
He didn't really explain it, but he said that we don't need door handles anymore.
Yeah, he says your car should be smart enough to know that you're coming up to it.
So it just pops open.
Exactly.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, isn't that kind of similar to, the EQS does that.
In certain markets.
Oh, yes, we talked about this.
Yeah, but that was more around the closing and the safety of closing. Because remember, Willie Doo was putting the story with the guy whose thumb got chopped off?
Yeah.
Opening is fine. It's really not going to cause any problem. If it just opens a slight amount.
Just a jar.
That's fine. But the closing is a little bit different. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Somebody asked in the chat if I pre-ordered the Cybertruck. I did. But I don't think I was as speedy as some other people. So
Oh, okay.
I don't expect it very soon. Some people, I said this on the last episode, some people had their orders turn into the upcoming deliveries.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like recently.
Mhm.
These are actually going to be rolling off the assembly line very soon for the earliest people that ordered.
He actually announced that next year he's going to start production of the Cybertruck at the Tesla or at the Texas Gigafactory.
And the AI robot Optimus is going to be in 2023.
Yeah.
They're calling it Optimus?
Yeah.
Hmm
Well, he is. Yeah.
He is.
Wow. That sounds a little bit intimidating, no? No? Okay. I guess that one was one of the good guys on the Transformers, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what was the bad guy?
Decepticon.
Hmm
Yeah, well, that was the bad group, but what was the
Right.
top dog of the bad guys?
Megatron.
Easy. You leaned into that one.
He knew
I thought
it.
you would know. You would know.
No, and then when you say it, he's purple. I know. Hey, man. I know Megatron has got a lot going on.
You were sleeping there like a couple hours ago on that seat.
I should, I don't even want to say why
Yeah.
because it's a bit rude.
Uh-huh.
But if anyone needs a good nap, I can hit you with the content. Actually, some people go and take a nap when they put this on. And I don't mind that. If it calms you down, like before bed or something, you throw this show on and it's just talking and it's relaxed sometimes. It's relaxed. I'm all for that, man. Anything to help you out. I'm all for that.
But what do you think about these timelines?
For delivering these, I mean, they're obviously ambitious. It's always ambitious.
It's always so ambitious. It seems so not even reasonable.
I know, but it gets people going.
Right.
It gives them something to look forward to. Imagine if all these announcements were like 2037. You just be like, I don't know, does that even exist?
Right. But
And it's not going to take that long, to be fair. And you're right, it's risky but this is one of those things where if you eventually deliver a thing that people truly love,
yeah, they don't mind the wait.
their threshold for waiting goes way up because they're like, you know what? I'm waiting in line for this. I love this. I'm waiting in line for this. And as long as people don't start getting it before you do and you've been waiting longer or something, then you're pissed. Or like what happened with Rivian, where they thought they were going to change the price. Then people were like, no, I'm out. You can't do that. Are they crying?
Look at this cut.
Yeah, there were some.
Just gotta say.
Oh, I don't know about that.
They just had to cut.
Yeah. Oh, they cut a few times
the crying
too.
girl.
Mo, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a bit much.
Mo,
I don't know, man.
did they just cut back and she did it again?
No, I'm just DJing right now.
Are you sure? Is it real or an act? Well, guys,
I think it's real.
I think
Guys,
it's real.
she's
help me
probably,
out. Guys, help
front
me
row.
out. Guys, help me
And
out.
it's like an opportunity of a lifetime.
Guys, help me out here. The other girl is just
frantic. Yeah.
yeah. What even is her mood?
Oh, you mean this girl?
The
Oh,
girl
yeah.
on the left. What's her mood?
I think she's just happy to be there.
Mo.
What?
Well, are they serving alcohol there?
Yeah, that looks like a beer bottle in her hand.
They're serving alcohol there.
So-
Okay, that explains it. Jeez.
It's a very emotional moment for her. I guess.
No, she's planted there. Get out of here. They're like, can we get some crying girls at the front row, please? I just put 3 Billies into Twitter. I think we can afford that. I'm kidding. Relax. I'm kidding. Will, everybody, relax. Elon Musk says production of Tesla's robot could start next year.
Oh, no. This is, yeah, we
But
talked about it.
AI experts have their doubts.
All right, never mind then.
You clicked on it. Of course, I'm going to barrel into it.
Okay.
The electric vehicle maker first teased a robot, also known as the Tesla bot, at its AI Day in August 2021, saying it would be a general-purpose machine capable of doing a wide range of tasks. We have a shot of being in production for version 1 of Optimus, hopefully next year, Musk said Thursday at the opening event for Tesla's new vehicle assembly plant in Austin, Texas. Musk claimed that Optimus will eventually be able to do anything that humans don't want to do. Now, I heard his most recent podcast on with Lex Friedman, and it really seemed it really seemed that this was becoming the major area of focus for himself and for Tesla, that they imagined this being even bigger than the vehicles because of all the potential use cases. You think about all the places you put a human, all the places a physical human is necessary to do certain tasks.
You're saying like dangerous situations?
No, any and all, anything that humans don't want to do, any job that humans don't want to do, that you could just, I'm sure there is a job in your life that you don't want to do.
Right.
Go ahead.
I don't want to take out the trash. I hate the green bin.
Okay, so here's a good example. You got this bot. That's all he does. That's all it does.
Yeah, I mean,
and then you're like, sit down.
And then you're like, damn.
Shut up. You know what? I know something.
Just immediately abuse it.
I try to imagine, people are already so rude to each other. I try to imagine how rude people could actually be to their bots. People are going to be rude to their bots, man. Oh my God,
for sure.
They're going to be rude to their bots. Shut up. The bot's like, I don't know. Do they talk? I don't know.
Yeah.
Tesla may start production of their humanoid robot known as Optimus as early as next year. First teased the robot, as we said. This also mentions him coming in to still Dre. That's a pretty cool move. Tesla has yet to reveal a working prototype. Yeah, they showed off a guy dancing in a suit. But I don't really doubt them, man. They got, just like he always says, we got a lot of talented people working here.
He said that a lot yesterday.
Did he say that a lot yesterday? I would have tuned in just for that.
Yeah.
Because his PR now is like professional sports PR.
The teamwork.
We got a very talented team here. Elon, you're the best. Very talented team here. Elon, I'm crying. I love you. Got a very talented team here.
I don't know how people can sleep with that voice.
Which one? The first one?
Yeah.
Not Elon's voice. Elon, they can sleep when
Yeah.
Very talented team here. We're very lucky here at Tesla. We have a very talented team here.
What if you get your very own bot, your Tesla bot? What would the first thing
You talking about Optimus?
would do?
The first thing I do is I turn Optimus into Megatron. Instantly.
You instantly go evil with it. Oh, he actually said that. He's like
Evil bot.
Yeah, he's like, we'll make sure there'll be no Terminator stuff happening.
Shout out Ben. Yeah, shout out Cena. I don't disagree with you. Or him. Like I think he's gonna put. You've heard him talk about AI in the past. Like he's terrified. He's taking it very personally. This idea that we're gonna have to take care of how we implement this thing collectively.
Sounds like you don't though. You don't really care.
No, I do.
You do?
I'm joking around, Will.
All right.
This is a show right here.
What would you do then?
No, I would treat my bot well. Listen, man, especially if it's in the shape of a humanoid, that's a really terrible influence if but humans are a weird one. We're a weird one. And I'm not saying me personally. I'm saying because there's nothing weird about me.
Of course not.
No, it's all sorted out. It's all It's all figured out, right? Yeah. No, we are. We don't know, including me, we don't know exactly how we're going to react to these technological changes. We just kind of do them, and then we're like, whoops, that happened. Like, what about somebody sending one of their bots to, like, is there any task that we'd say, hey, man, don't send your bot for that reason? Shout out Streetcar, shout out Gabriel.
So you would have like
your kids?
I don't know. I think that there are certain activities that people might frown upon. They'd be like, no, you got to do that.
Yeah.
You got to do that. It's like because of care and attention. We want to see that it's worth it for you to do it. Like cooking dinner for your spouse or something.
Exactly, yeah.
And then you're like, look, I made you this wonderful dinner. And they're like, did you make it or did the bot make it? And you're like, and you're like, it doesn't matter.
Well, that's The bot made it. Saying it doesn't matter is
But
saying the bot
here's
made
what
it.
Hey, it's not a question of who made it. I'm just saying you can imagine a practical sense. You would still think, hey, it's a nice thing. I told the bot
Right.
to get things.
I had the idea.
I told the bot. It was my idea. I wanted to do something nice. I prepared. Me and the bot coordinated.
Yeah, it's like a 50-50.
Now, if you
Effort.
if you coordinated with another person, like a surprise party or something, that's fine.
Yeah, that's great.
You
actually.
coordinate with other people. You brought other people in on it. But imagine now it's a surprise party, but it's you
It's just bots.
and 7 bots.
It's the loneliest birthday party ever.
No, but imagine you're like, I brought everyone.
Yeah.
I got everyone here.
Dude.
Every bot is just dressed differently.
They all have different personalities and roles and whatever else. But you can see just it's weird. It's so vast. We truly can't predict such things. And we can't aim to predict it. We got to kind of you start to develop in this direction. You might set some really vague rules. You might set some very rough parameters, but then it's going to be in the hands of humans and whatever weirdness comes along with that.
Yeah. I really think the shape matters. Like the human form of this bot.
Yeah.
I think people are going to look at it differently because it looks like a human physically.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Shout out D-Man. Tesla, Block, and Blockstream team up to mine Bitcoin off solar power in Texas. Whoa. This is the Dorsey Elon partnership
Initiative.
continuing.
Yeah.
He's like, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the 3 billies over there in Twitter, and I'm gonna help you out with the Bitcoin because you love the Bitcoin, big Bitcoin. He's like, Bitcoin's your thing, Twitter's my thing. Let's sort it out. Blockstream and Jack Dorsey's Block, formerly Square, breaking ground on a solar and battery-powered Bitcoin mine in Texas using solar and storage technology from Tesla. Bingo. Shout out Rohan G. Tesla's 3.8 megawatt solar PV array and 12 megawatt hour mega pack. It's a lot of megas. Mega
Of
this,
course.
mega this, mega that. Is mega ever bad when it goes to mega?
There's 3 megas in this sentence.
Yes, megawatt solar PV array, 12 megawatt hour mega pack. For your turn you into Mega Man. You even know about Mega Man, Will?
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Game Boy or what?
Game Boy, yeah.
Nintendo Game Boy? Yeah.
Very hard.
All the games used to be hard, man. Come on. That's why you couldn't get as addicted to it. Be like, screw off. Just put it
I
down
need
for
a
a
break.
bit. Okay, Blockstream co-founder and CEO Adam Back, a British cryptographer and a member of the cypherpunk crew, told CNBC on the sidelines of the Bitcoin 2022 conference in Miami that the mining facility is designed to be a proof of concept for 100% renewable energy Bitcoin mining at scale. People like to debate about the different factors to do with Bitcoin mining. We figured, let's just prove it. Have an open dashboard so people can play along. Maybe it can inform other players to participate. That's him being snarky because he's like, why don't we just build it? What do I need? A couple billions? What, I got to call up Elon, Dorsey, whoever, and gets it done. And then he builds the prototype and then he says, look, you want to talk about the environment and so forth? Our operation is working, so anybody can do it. If you doubted Bitcoin, stop doubting Bitcoin. We've got a bunch of Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up. They benefit. You imagine how this goes. Proof of concept. Shout out TN.
And no guilt. Solar power. Know what I'm saying?
You believe it's no guilt? Is there anything with really
There's
no
got to be
guilt?
some
There's
guilt.
a little guilt.
Yeah.
You got to be screwing
But
something.
it's less than the...
You know what it is? You put the solar panel in the desert, the little lizard, all of a sudden, he's getting fried. Nobody cares about the lizard. You got all these, you got the Tesla bots, you got Optimus going around picking up the dead lizards.
Yeah.
I don't think the solar panels are killing the lizards. I'm just saying there's always residual, there's always collateral of some kind.
Hopefully less so.
But
Building
less
these
so.
solar-
Less so.
Yeah. It's all in gray area.
Will he do?
you know,
Willie Doo knows about the gray area. That's where he likes to. He resides in
the gray zone.
He resides in the gray zone.
Yeah. Well, good luck with this project.
Good luck to you all.
Yeah.
Twitter says it will hold an employee AMA, ask me anything, with Elon Musk to address concerns about him joining the company's board. What do you think these questions are going to consist of when the Twitter employees get to ask whatever they want?
Is Trump coming back?
Excuse me?
I think that's the first question that's going to show up there.
First of all, we've spent a lot of time building the culture here at Twitter, and you haven't been a part of that.
Yeah.
You think you can come in here with your billions of dollars, start telling us what to do? That's not really a question.
It's just a bit of a monologue.
It's a rant. It's a rant. That might be something Mo would do. I don't know how pissed people are actually going to be. Look at the photo that Insider chose. That's rude.
That's the one I'm going to pick for the thumbnail too.
Well, then you're rude too. And we're all rude for participating. The AMA comes amid concerns from Twitter staff over Musk's appointment. Maybe people don't like the speed of it. They're like, hey, take it easy. This guy, he gets the 9.2. Next thing you know, he's on the board. Next thing I know, I'm fired. Next thing I know, my desk gets moved from the window to the corner, to the basement.
It's taken by Tesla bot.
Yeah. Next thing I know, Tesla Bot Optimus is doing my job better than me.
Took my place.
The bots are moderating comments on Twitter.
So this is a private AMA, right? I guess maybe Twitter's town hall meeting.
You don't think it's going to leak?
I would love to hear about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone would, but yeah.
We
It's
say
private.
that Twitter is what's happening and what people are talking about right now. Often we at Twitter are what's happening and what people are talking about. That has certainly been the case this week. Whoa, that's a weird way to phrase that. We are what people are talking about this week. He's right, though. When was the last time Twitter itself was in the news as much as this? That's the power of influence. That's the scale. That's what Elon's doing on the internet.
Yes.
He's brings so much attention and value. I don't care what your feeling is on the thing. You can't dispute this. The whole world is saying Twitter, 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 Twitter. No, nothing.
That was good.
No, nothing though.
The sewer level.
Yeah, see, Jack is yelling from back there.
He knows.
What's that? The Mario thing that you were just doing?
You better say Mario. I thought for a second you were gonna try and scramble out of there. I thought for why the ear?
Because I thought Jack was saying something.
No, he is. He's drinking a beer. Who knows what he's up to? He's shouting all kinds of stuff.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah, see,
I
he
heard
got
that.
real serious. Yeah, he was. I felt I was in an abusive relationship there. Mario. Yeah, I don't want a copyright strike from Nintendo, but that was my Twitter remix. Twitter.
Mario comes and slaps you.
Twitter. You got any Will Smith updates for us? Twitter. Yeah, what are they going to ask him? They're going to, I don't know. They're going to ask, hey, what are you going to do? Please don't change everything that we built. Like we just want to get to know you. What are your plans? How do you see yourself influencing the company and the company culture? How about headquarters? How about working remotely? What are your feelings on all these things? I mean, I know you're sitting there saying, well, it's only 9.2% that the guy bought, but it makes him the single largest shareholder. It's big. It's a big deal.
And he uses the app religiously.
That's what I'm saying. So it does have an influence on the company, and it will have an influence on the company. It's definitely not nothing.
We'll hear about it.
Oh, we're going to hear about it.
Unreleased 35-watt dual-port USB-C charger leaked in Apple dock. Apple may be planning to introduce a 2-port 35-watt USB-C charger in the near future based on a leaked support document that was found by 9to5Mac. Of course, we find the article here on Mac Rumors. The support document was apparently only on Apple's site for a brief time, but there was a clear mention of the unreleased charger. Imagine your job, Will, was just being on Apple's site, being on their support document site, waiting for something to pop up for them to screw up and release an unreleased product that's actually just a charge brick.
We need a bot for that.
I think there's one named Optimus.
Yeah, it's tough.
No,
it's a tough gig.
It's funny, this Optimus thing, now that you just said that joke again, because it's like we have a relationship with bots for a while now, but they're never humanoid bots. It's always like internet bots, Twitter bots, search engine bots. Like bots are this kind of abstract. The idea of seeing it manifested in reality,
like physical,
it's very exciting. Anyway.
And it doesn't look like a robot.
I'll be pre-ordering.
Okay.
So this is the 35-watt power adapter. It's a dual USB-C adapter. They got to do stuff like this. I talk about Anchor all the time. Anchor is very supportive of all of our projects, shows, etc. First of all, you're probably still going to get a better deal from Anchor compared to what they're going to do. And you got to buy it extra anyways because nothing is coming included with anything else. It's always an extra charge, an extra accessory. But you got to do it because these devices are charging faster now. A lot of people are holding on to old chargers and they're charging more devices. So having 2 ports is a huge advantage. The Nano Pro that I just showed off in the iPhone SE video has 2 ports already. They're out there. Here's a quote that came from this support document. Use the Apple 35-watt dual USB-C port power adapter and a USB-C cable, not included, to charge your device. Connect a USB-C cable to either port on the power adapter. Extend the electrical prongs so it has those flip-down style prongs. Yeah, I don't know. 35 watt. I'm pretty sure you can be able to find something more powerful in a smaller package. But some people want to have the official Apple stuff. Okay, cool. More options for you.
Yeah.
Friday Night Baseball kicks off with pregame content in the Apple TV app. Of course, the last Apple event, they talked about their partnership with the MLB and doing this Friday Night Baseball program. I wasn't sure exactly how it's going to work. It's part of Apple TV Plus, so it's just a bonus if you're a subscriber. You get baseball now.
And you also get bonus content according to this deal.
Apple inked a deal with Major League Baseball to the rights for the 2022 season with games set to air each Friday. Ahead of the first game, Apple announced that baseball fans can access exclusive related programs like Countdown to First Pitch and MLB Daily Recap starting today in the Apple TV app. There's a new Major League Baseball heading in the Apple TV Plus section of the TV app that serves as a hub for all Friday Night Baseball related content. So it's kind of an in-between situation because obviously you can get the subscription directly from the MLB.
Yes, so it's not exclusive.
They have, what is the MLB app called? Is it called just the MLB app? I have it. Or do they call it, just MLB app? MLB.TV? MLB TV? Anyway, it really doesn't matter. It's a good time if you really watch a lot of this stuff. But for most people, maybe just catching a Friday as a bonus for their subscription they already have. It's kind of nice. Sports and streaming services, it's been a problem. They can't, outside of their own, it hasn't been any big deals or relationships or exclusives. We were talking about the other day. If one of these companies like Netflix or HBO or Disney has ESPN.
Disney.
Like if they can figure out a way to get an exclusive on a specific sport that's big.
Yeah.
F1, UFC.
Yeah, these were
all the other ones.
Huge moves.
WrestleMania.
You just start counting money after
WWE.
You just start counting money after that.
Yeah. Live broadcasts with streaming apps, I think, is the next step.
Anyway, they're probably trying to work on deals with other leagues, but like this one worked out. So you're going to get some baseball. You get to try on some baseball If you're an Apple TV subscriber, go check out a Friday night game. All new Apple Music app spotted in iOS beta code. Well, that's two things that got spotted that weren't meant to be spotted. Signs of Apple's all-new Apple Music app have been spotted in the first beta version of iOS 15.5, potentially hinting that it could launch in the near future rather than the likes of Podcast Plus or Mail Plus, which have been theorized by analysts as potential additions to the Apple One subscription bundle over the past year. Apple will bolster Apple Music by spinning off classical music into a separate app. This is a thing that I heard about. And it was just a rumor at the time, but you know that I like to listen to classical music.
Yeah.
And I can imagine how or why this could be fun or cool. Last year, Apple announced its purchase of classical music streaming service Prime Phonic, which offered advanced search and browse features specially optimized for classical music. What would those be?
I have no idea.
Like, what kind of a search feature do I need as a classical music fan? Is it because it's there's so many different recordings by orchestras of so you might want like one from a specific year or
You're talking about replicas, right? Like different orchestra will do the same song.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think who would use this. Who would use the Apple Classic, we'll call it for now.
And you pictured me.
I sent this story in because I was like, oh, Lou's going to love this. But also, I was thinking for babies.
The babies love it.
If you just want to play like a playlist and you don't want to worry about like Cardi B showing up out of nowhere or like, you know, the algorithm playing a different song and it's just going to be...
Shots fired?
Well, no, not shots fired, but you know
Just
what I mean.
a different genre.
Yeah.
If you want to stay in the same genre.
Yeah. So you can just have your own separate folder for it. And in this case, it's called Apple Classic and it would be a separate app.
I'm just worried about what Cardi B's going to do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cardi B's like, hey, Cardi B's like, hey, I'm for babies too.
Yeah.
Mo's like, whoa, maybe not my baby. No, of course I hear you, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes some stuff pops up. You're like, this is not the mood.
Yeah.
And all these different streaming services, Spotify, YouTube Music, they all aim to like try to hit you with the right flow of things. But why do you think that these streams, like say for example, Chilled Cow or even whatever, pick your variety or your genre. Why do you think they have enormous view counts? Because a human is really good at curating how a thing should flow together and making sure it remains in the same mood and that it's not going to be abrupt and you kind of can know what to expect. Now, what's interesting about Apple, specifically them going after classical, is they have this amazing footprint with spatial audio. And Dolby stuff. And you can imagine with classical where there's the ability to distinguish such a variety of instruments and the feeling of being in a physical space of a recording.
Right.
They could do some magical things with that around classical. And so maybe they feel that their product is differentiated enough that they can just come out with a classical specific app because they're going to say, hey, this is classical music like you've never heard it before. Yeah. And all of a sudden I'm paying. I'm like, who do I pay? Where do I pay? Who do I pay? Where do I pay? Wall bed sold at Amazon, Costco, recalled after woman crushed to death.
Oh, no.
60 reported incidents of the beds detaching from the wall. Oh, I see. So the bed, it's one of those ones. It folds up like a Murphy-style bed so that the room is bigger.
Opened up.
When it's not in use. I don't know. I guess Murphy was the first one to make it. Mr. Murphy.
Yeah, Mr. Murphy, man. Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's called a Murphy bed.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Is it really?
Have you heard that before?
Oh, yeah. It's big in van life. As soon as I said it, I was like, this guy's going to say something
Wait
about
a second.
that.
Will's got a van life for you.
No.
What?
Well, the girl, she got a house instead that you sent me.
Oh, yes.
Is she the most famous van life?
Trenton Alley?
Look how
Eamon and
concerned.
Beck?
Look how concerned.
I was like, they've got a house?
What's
We
going
talked
on?
about her before.
Eamon and Beck.
No.
Ileana.
Oh. Wait a second.
He just sent it to me. She bought a house. She's not doing the van right now. And I wonder,
She moved on.
you as a van lifer, how does this affect you when the van life types, when they say, I'm going to go for a house for a bit.
Part
no,
of
a few of them.
I'm going to go for a house for a bit.
I'm so upset. I'm distraught.
Sheds a tear.
Oh, man.
Or are you one of these people that you're like, yeah, you go for a house. I'm clicking, I'm watching. Get your house.
I'm number 2.
That's you?
I've already done it. Eamon and Beck, they bought a house.
And then you're clicking still?
I watched them.
You're
Trent and Allie, they
clicking.
bought a house.
You're clicking. Yeah, I bought a
I
house.
never knew this person.
What do
I
you
thought
mean?
we talked about
she
her,
was
no?
trending.
Yeah, she's
well, I guess it
clearly
was like a
hitting
year.
views
I guess
for
it was
sure.
like a year ago. No, she hasn't been uploading. Look, it was 11 months ago. But she busted onto the scene.
Yeah. I must have missed her.
Click videos, Will, and then sort it by popularity, because this
It's going to be a tour.
No, it was like 18 million views.
Ooh.
18 millies on the top. It was 2 years ago. She busted on the scene. And it was in trending. It was in the mainstream.
Wow.
And anyway, yeah, whatever. She bought a house. But it was because you brought up. It was because you brought up van life.
I did the Murphy bed.
And Willie do sending me those links, and I don't know how the van life crowd really interprets. And by crowd, I mean not the people doing it, but the fans.
Well, you can't do that forever.
I guess, but I'm just saying,
Well,
it's a whole segment. It's a community. It's a segment.
Yeah.
And so, does a person effectively exit the segment? Does someone pivot and then the van plays a zero role and then they just like forget about it? Or do they always have to somehow get the van back in years later?
I think they got to get the van back. I think if the van's not in the background, people start leaving.
They're like, I'm here for the van.
Where's that placeholder?
Show me the van again.
Yeah, they start photoshopping a van. You're like, hey, that's not a van. I need a tour. Yeah. Anyway, getting back to the Murphy bed, which Mo's not going to put in his van anymore.
No.
A woman killed in July 2018 after one of the Best Star wall beds fell on top of her and injured her spine. The company also received 60 reported incidents resulting in bruising and other injuries from the wall beds detaching and hitting consumers. It's a heavy, you're going to want to install that correctly.
Yeah.
That is a heavy piece up on the wall. And you're gonna want to be sure it's not coming out the drywall. You're not wanting to use those little plastic drywall anchors.
No.
Who likes those things? Those things are the worst.
Are you talking about the plastic?
I think they're actually pretty ingenious.
The crappy, like the one that's included for free, I always replace them. I go to Home Depot and I buy like a much higher quality one. If I'm ever, whatever they include, it's the worst.
Really?
Oh, it's the bare minimum.
Well, I guess, yeah.
Like if you get a toggler going, like one of those, not a toggle bolt, the brand toggler.
Okay.
Oh, baby, you can hold weight.
I don't know if you're supposed to hold weight on the drywall. I think these are studs, right? You got to hit the studs.
I mean, studs would be ideal, but I don't know how many different connection points there are, but you'd be amazed if you have the right.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's a plastic thing that opens out.
Oh, Mo's faster than Will on this one. Will got too busy scrolling his Murphy bed over here, and Mo's doing his own searches to look for the better
They're really
anchors.
cool. I've seen so many of those anchor.
Do you want to show the
Still
people
plastic.
some of them?
Okay, fine.
Will's like, they're the coolest thing ever. So that is a toggle.
So that's one variation.
No, I hate that one. That one's a piece of trash. The other one, toggler, which you actually had it over there, but this should be fine as well.
Theirs is another variation, the plastic one.
Well, this is the one you don't like.
No, right there.
This one?
Oh, baby.
You like that one.
That thing,
You like this
that
one, yeah.
thing gets me going.
Okay.
When I first discovered this product, my life, like there's two Loos. There's Lou before this and Lou after. I became a serious person. It was a metamorphosis.
Okay.
Before this, I was a caterpillar. After, I was a butterfly. I could hold anything with that.
Yeah.
No, don't you dare point at that
These
thing.
ones are terrible.
Don't you dare point
I
at
don't
that
like these
thing.
ones.
No. We're not buying anything else. We're all getting togglers. We're all gonna. It's amazing. The whole you take this little plastic piece, you pinch it in. It's so satisfying. You slide it up the rail. So no matter how, whatever the depth is of what you're the surface, like whatever you're anchoring to, you pinch that piece and you pull it all the way up until it tightens up to the surface, and then you break the whole thing off, and you have this massive metal hold on the other side. You cannot screw it up, Mo.
Wow.
You cannot screw it up. It's holding. And it's holding. Click on that. Click on that.
He's going to order it from Lowe's.
Click on that. Okay? 800
Oh,
pounds.
there's a video.
800 pounds. That one thing can hold up to 800 pounds. And 800 pounds, if you put it into concrete, 238 pounds in half-inch drywall.
That's still crazy.
No, but if you put two of them into half-inch drywall on either side, you're holding pounds.
Yeah.
Many
Murphy
pounds.
bed, maybe?
You could you're hanging off of it. You're doing pull-ups or I don't know what you're doing. Toggler. Everybody get your act together.
So don't get one of these beds.
Also, don't get one of those beds, or if you're,
You might get hurt.
and maybe the thing that failed wasn't even, since they're recalling all of it, maybe it's not even
Just
the installation hardware. Like maybe the
Right.
wood itself gave way or whatever, but
could be instructions.
I don't know. I don't know. It's these things make me nervous anyway. This giant bed
Yeah.
leaning against the wall.
Scary stuff, man.
I'm not. Yeah.
You want to take a break?
Yeah. Let's take a break. The good stuff is still to come. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. We're sponsored by ExpressVPN, the VPN that just works. You need to go further with the #1 trusted leader in VPN. This is going to work on all your devices, Will. I'm talking about your mobile devices. I'm talking about your Chrome and your Firefox. I'm talking about your Edge browser. Did you even know you're using Edge these days? They say it's better. They say it's faster.
Well, yeah.
Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, Android, or even install it right on your router so everything that you access goes through your secure worldwide access. Of course, you can pick your favorite server. We were just talking about it moments ago, where they tried to screw us over on the Paramount Plus teaser of the first episode of Halo live action, which you love. But of course, they region locked it and said you had to be in the US to watch it. So what did I say? I said, all you got to do is boot up your little bit of ExpressVPN, unlock it, and watch it for free, because they were giving away the first episode for free, which I actually thought was pretty cool, but you need your VPN to get it done. So it's the security aspect, it's the unlocking of content aspect. You could pick between a number of different servers representing like practically every nation that's out there, and it's fast because it's premium. So you're probably going to be using it for streaming content, as I would be doing, and it's going to have to be fast in order to take care of that in a smooth fashion. 160 locations, 94 countries, and unlimited bandwidth. It is ExpressVPN.
ExpressVPN has blazing fast speeds, stream in HD with zero buffering. It works with other streaming services, including BBC, iPlayer, YouTube, and much more. Stop paying full price for streaming services and only getting access to a fraction of their content. Get your money's worth at expressvpn.com/LouLater. Don't forget to use a link at expressvpn.com/LouLater to get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. Go check it out.
We are also sponsored by Coinbase, the easiest, long-standing name in crypto. I'm a Coinbase user myself. You can jumpstart your very own crypto portfolio. I mean, it's just so easy to use. Look at this. They even have a 500K in Bitcoin prizes if you create an account. Aggressive. Who doesn't want the Bitcoin prizes? I would take that, no problemo. Sign up for a Coinbase account by 4/6/22 and you'll be automatically entered. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's integrated with all kinds of different services you might want to use. You know, you can send money to PayPal. You can trade in a variety of different cryptos that you might like. You can manage your portfolio. It's all very beautiful graphs and things, which is what you would be looking for your crypto lifestyle. secure storage, protected by insurance, up to 250,000. Industry best practices. I mean, these guys they're the name in crypto. I don't know if you knew that. Well, $547 billion in quarterly volume traded.
Wow.
That's big billions.
It's a lot.
100 plus countries supported and 89 plus million verified users. Get out of town. Anyway, yeah, listen, if you're curious at all about crypto, Coinbase is an obvious place to start. And you have Coinbase, like the website, Coinbase, the app. You have Coinbase, the exchange. And you also have Coinbase, who makes one of my favorite wallets as well, which a lot of integrations that other wallets don't have for different things you might want to do. So anyway, check out Coinbase.
Coinbase offers a trusted and easy-to-use platform to buy, sell, and spend cryptocurrency. They support the most popular digital currencies on the market and make them accessible to everyone. Millions of people in over 100 countries trust Coinbase with their digital assets. For a limited time, new users can get $10 in free Bitcoin when you sign up today at coinbase.com/LouLater. Sign up at coinbase.com/LouLater for $10 in free Bitcoin. This offer is for a limited time only, so be sure to sign up today. That's coinbase.com/LouLater.
Man, Will, I gotta tell you, the way you're doing those ads these days,
Killing it.
jeez, my goodness. From the way it all started, what does that mean? Where it started, how it's going?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mo, you're 27. You know these memes.
I might know it off the top of my, like if I see it, but I don't know it off the top of my head.
Mo, you're 24 years old.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We count on you for the young memes. So how it started versus how it's going, but the Willie Do edition. And now he's in the ad and he's like, for $22 off, you can have the...
What accent is that?
The guy with the deal.
Yeah.
As long as you could go ahead and use offer code LouLater.
That's exactly how he sounds. You nailed it.
So smooth.
But you really fell into it. Like, you're loving it.
I wouldn't say that,
What do you mean?
but
You used to hate doing stuff like that. And now you're thriving. I listened back to it. I'm like, man, this guy's going for it.
well, I don't do it off the cuff. I read it,
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not.
and it's
I'm not-
heavy editing. You don't want to see the raw cuts.
And the truth comes out.
Yeah.
heavy editing. It's a 2-minute
I
segment.
spent 2 hours.
Heavy editing.
Oh my goodness.
Well, whatever. It sounds good.
Okay, good.
It
I'm
sounds
glad
good.
my work is.
It sounds
working
good,
out.
and I'm just trying to compliment you, all right? Because I really think it's you're hitting stride over there, and I know the people notice. I'm not alone. I know the people notice what's going on with you.
Yeah.
OnePlus Nord 2T leaked images suggest 3 cameras with questionable aesthetics. I like that headline, questionable aesthetics. You should rip that, Will.
Mm-hmm.
That intrigues me. I guess that implies that some people are saying it's ugly. That's pretty much how you read into that. According to one tipster, the Nord 2T will have a dual circle design with the top one hosting the main shooter. The weird part is the second circle. It has room for the 8-megapixel ultra-wide cam and the 2-megapixel monochrome sensor, but they are positioned asymmetrically. Yeah, they look sort of like an orbit or something, which I don't know. Maybe there's some space theme to it, but I agree. It's questionable. I would say that, you know what? I would say that's questionable, that design. Would you agree with that, Mo?
Yeah. It's weird.
You don't seem too bothered by it.
No.
No.
Well, it's a leak, right? It's not 100%. This is not how it's going to.
Not 100%, but I don't know. These type of people, look at when they put the watermark on there. Hey,
Right.
hey, it's Yogesh and at one on site go. When you start putting those and you put an X in the middle,
Right.
you put your name on the line.
It's weird looking. But I mean, performance is what matters. So
Wow.
if it takes great pictures,
Yeah, you don't really look at the back of the phone
No.
that often.
not me.
Performance is what matters.
That should be a T-shirt.
Mo. Signed Mo.
Right.
There's a little note in the bathroom next to the dog taco.
Right. The dog taco.
It's right. There's a note. It's right
Yeah.
beside it on the floor. It just says performance is what matters.
In the bathroom.
That's how I felt with the dog taco. Why in the bathroom?
Oh my god. This dog taco is going to be a long running bit, isn't it?
That's how I felt when I walked in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I said, I got nothing against a dog taco.
No. Which is a dog toy for people who
But in the
don't know.
bathroom,
It's a squeak toy,
in the
yeah.
bathroom, I got to ask some questions. And actually, I want to go back to it because I
Oh,
thought more
no.
about it. I need to go back here because I thought more about it.
All right.
So the two of you two, you come in here and go, you're such a weirdo, Lou. Everybody's dog goes in the pisser. Everybody's dog's in the pisser with them. That's what you guys said to me. You've treated me like a weirdo, right? Like I'm a crazy man.
Well, doesn't Pepper step in sometimes
No!
when you leave the door
No,
open?
absolutely not. This is not. I'm not encouraging the dog.
But we're not.
You are. When I saw the dog taco, I felt.
There was encouragement.
Here's the thing about a dog, right? If you don't say no to a dog, you're encouraging them
Yeah.
because they're so nosy. If you don't say no or set a boundary, then as far as they're concerned, that's an invite. That's like if there's like food on the ground,
Yeah.
right? That's an invite until you tell them it's not an invite. Same
But the
thing.
encouragement level is very low. That.
Yeah, like you're not cheering them on. But I just wanted to go back here, okay? I needed to go back here. Let me tell you why. You guys have absolutely no problem with your dog heading into the bathroom here at work,
Yeah.
heading into the bathroom with you,
Yeah.
right? Agreed?
Agreed.
Now, what if you found out that your dog was in the bathroom with me?
Like, would I feel cheated on?
How
You
do
know
guys
what?
react? And what if I say to you, I didn't really invite him. I didn't really invite him.
You're like,
I didn't really encourage it. Kind of does whatever he does. I mean, I didn't want to turn him down. You guys would be like, hey, man, what the hell?
yeah.
Like, just me and your dog walks out of the bathroom after half an hour.
What?
Whoa. That's too long, first of all.
No, it's not. This is my point. It's like all of a sudden you start to just twist it and look at it ever so slightly from a separate angle. And you're
Right.
like, maybe it is weird.
Yeah.
Maybe it is weird.
No, I get that it's weird. I'm not like everyone should invite their dogs into the bathroom.
Right.
But the problem is you.
What's the problem?
You're the issue here.
Why am I the problem? Explain to me why. How?
Well, whoever's dog it is, I feel like it should be normal for them to go with their owner. But with someone else, it's just very strange.
Yes, but okay. But what I'm trying to get at is it wouldn't be strange for you to tell the dog to go for a walk with me, right? Like if I was like,
No.
hey, I can take your dog out for you. No big deal. If you were to say, hey, can you feed the dog? Like, let's say I was hanging out at your house. I would have no problem with that.
Right.
Neither would you. I would go, oh, where's the bag? Okay, I'll pour the food in. Why is this activity different if it's so normal?
Well, those are you interacting with the dog. There's no interaction. When Kovu comes in, it's like I don't hold the door open for him, by the way. Like I just walk in.
Well, this door's a giant steel door that closes on its own with a button, a giant button on it. People don't understand this type of bathroom. It's a limited opportunity to get in. It's swinging.
Right.
You open it and it's swinging shut immediately.
So, what about in your position? Would you shoo the dog out? Would you just let it happen?
My dog has respect.
Well, your dog's not even like upstairs, right? Like it knows its boundaries.
My dog has
within
respect. No, but I have.
No, I'm talking about like Otis or Kovu.
Oh, what? Oh, you're going back to which
Going
scenario?
into the washroom that you just went into.
If it went in with me,
Yeah.
what about it?
Would you
What would you shoo him away?
open the door
Oh,
and
absolutely.
be like,
Because
okay.
absolutely. No, I was creating the hypothetical to showcase that you guys got to have some rule somewhere.
Oh yeah.
I have
that. I feel like
rules.
that's the line.
But
But like, if you think about it from the dog's perspective, what's the difference that you're in the bathroom or I'm in the bathroom? What does it mean to the dog?
no, the dog just doesn't want to be alone. That's it. Dog just wants to be around
Yeah.
people. But I'm saying it makes zero effect on my experience. I'm not acknowledging Kovu. He's roaming in the corner. It's a big enough bathroom.
What I'm saying to you is, if you had somebody over at your house and the dog followed them into the bathroom, you would stop it immediately. Right?
Yeah.
Anybody would.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody would.
Uh-huh.
So it's different. There's some kind of weird intimacy to it, which I was trying to pinpoint.
Yes.
That's all.
It is outlandish. It is weird.
That's all. But you guys got to do what you got
But
to do.
you're right. Like, what is the byline? Like, if it's your mom or something.
Depends on their relationship.
I guess so, right? It's all gray
That's
area.
why I'm saying you got to draw the line way sooner
Yeah,
so you don't
yeah.
have to get into these weird scenarios.
For me, it doesn't really matter.
The what? The mom?
No,
No, the dog.
myself.
Yeah.
Mom, maybe. Yeah, I think that.
I'm
would
asking.
Be,
I'm
an
asking
issue.
where you draw
But
the
I'm-
line. Shout out Jameson.
Yeah.
And by
Shout
the-
out Jameson. Read his thing.
And by the way, listen,
Let the dog in, man.
listen.
Shout out.
Listen, by the way, I am all for people doing whatever they got to do. But I feel deep down that there is nothing positive that's going to happen for that dog in there. If anything, it's suffering. You don't want to be in the bathroom with me. So for me, I'm just like, let's learn a way. And these dogs, they're creatures of habit. They learn.
Yeah.
They learn quickly. You're just like, oh, you don't go in there, and then they go do something else. It's really not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not a big deal if they. Well, what I'm trying to say is not a big deal for me if Otis goes in or not. But it's a big deal if he goes in with you.
Yeah. That is a big deal.
But you see how you're saying it's not a big deal. Nothing really happens
But
in
you
there.
mean like you're trying to nip it in the bud in saying that I should,
Well,
not
if
let
it's an
Otis in.
action that you wouldn't like around anybody else, how else do you train it other than with yourself?
Right. This permission leads to other permissions.
I mean, how's the dog might have the correct intuition that they're only going to do that, but there's some dogs that are more outgoing, and their learned behavior with you will turn
Of
into
course,
learned
yes.
behavior with everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that's all I'm trying to say. If it would be weird for them to do it with somebody, I mean, it's the same thing. Like, imagine, for example, you got one of these dogs that really likes to hump, right? They're humping the leg. If you let them do it to you all the time,
Nobody's doing that.
well, I'm just saying. I guarantee you, there's someone that's like, whatever.
Yeah, maybe like when they're a puppy or something.
Everybody says, whatever. It doesn't
Well,
bother
maybe,
me. It
yeah,
doesn't
okay.
bother me that much, right? That
Yeah, I
person
guess.
must exist. You cannot be surprised when all of a sudden it becomes an issue and the dog's humping everybody.
No, you can't.
Left, right, and center.
Yeah.
And then somebody draws the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just
picturing you walking in here and being like, Mo, your dog came into the bathroom with me, and I got a bone to pick with you now.
Well, I wouldn't let him in. You know I wouldn't
Yeah.
let him in.
Yeah.
You know I wouldn't let him in. But like that, maybe that's why I'm a bad example. But I'm just saying anybody who works here, if you watch that person and your dog emerge from the bathroom, by the way, the bathroom in this place is just one private bathroom.
Yeah.
I think people might be picturing stalls or something.
no.
It's a private bathroom. The toilet is right there. You open the door.
Yeah.
It's
But it's big. Not huge, but it's bigger than a stall. I don't want people to think that it's a stall.
It's big and luxurious, and it's perfect for dogs.
It's like
I want to paint the picture that Kovu's
Yeah.
not at my feet.
it's like one of those accessibility
yes.
washrooms.
Yeah, you can get a wheelchair in there.
Yeah.
You can get a. Look at you setting boundaries. I love it.
Well, it's just hard to work.
Shout out Justin. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, and definitely what a time to be alive. No, I just like to think about these things. I find it like a fun experiment to really dig into seemingly mundane things. It's fun. to figure out where people's boundaries are and how that all operates in our heads and how we make justifications in one circumstance, but then not in the other, and how that leads to unexpected outcomes in other ways. Like if your dog is humping another person or another dog, do you disrupt?
Oh yeah.
Instantly?
Now
Depends.
Otis is like 3, so when he was a puppy, he could get away with it, but now, no.
You're shutting it down. No hump.
Yeah.
And yours not at all. Or yes.
No, mine started to, but I let him. Not on people or anything. He's started to with other dogs, and then the other dog will tell him to piss off.
Really?
Yeah, like, get out of here, don't do that. So it's like I let him do it because I want him to like learn that.
And yours is huge, so
Yeah.
if he goes after a human in that fashion,
That's not gonna
it's putting you in a weird spot as well. Because that's like almost like having another human size. That's a human size hump right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't let that happen.
So anyway, it's they listen. They're dogs. It's all insane. They're these little fur balls that we follow them around and pick up their poo and stuff. It's all very. There's a joke about that. Like if aliens were to look at us and they would think who was actually in charge? Was it the dogs or the humans?
I didn't know this was a joke, but that's funny.
It's a joke, right? Like who's picking up whose poo?
Yeah.
You are
And like paying attention to it
for that
too.
for that fur ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take care of them, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so I guess it's an ugly phone. I don't know. The front of it I like. Little tiny hole punch. Yeah, this I don't know. There's like a plate thing going on the back of phones right now, where it looks like dinner plates.
Right.
They're not the first. This
On
is
a
not
mat?
the first one that we've seen.
Yeah.
Granted, the Nord series is often a budget model, so maybe they don't put all of the attention and energy into the design of it. Some other predicted specs for the Nord 2T: Dimensity 1300 chipset, 80-watt charging, 4,500 milliamp hour battery. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know how ugly. I don't know. I'm not too offended.
Okay.
We'll see.
Let's segue.
Google joins Samsung in working with iFixit on a self-repair program. Spare parts going back to the Pixel 2 will be available. A self-repair program. So they will supply iFixit with components.
With official Google parts.
I love this.
Wow.
I love this idea. Because this would have been helpful for me back when I had a phone repair shop, like ages ago. It was so hard. You would often have to harvest parts from other broken devices. You would try to find the working parts, harvest them, or you would be stuck on eBay and stuff. But almost all of it was pulled from another unit. So you couldn't buy new parts frequently, or it would be not an official part. It would be some company in China that's remanufacturing the thing, and sometimes compatibility would suffer. So to know it's an official part provided to iFixit via Google or Samsung.
Right.
That's
much more trust.
nice confidence.
Yeah.
Google has become the latest manufacturer to partner with DIY repair specialist iFixit to offer spare parts for its devices. It's a deal that should make it easier for the average customer to get parts to repair their own Pixel smartphone if it breaks. Parts like batteries, displays, and cameras will be available to purchase in the US, Canada, Australia, the UK, and other European countries. And they're going to go all the way back to 2017. Which model was it? The Pixel 2. Wow. So this encourages you to hold on to your device a little bit longer. Most of the time, you're getting rid of these things if you take reasonably good care of them. It's the battery that's really going to need a replacement. And if you have a good guide online and you have a good part that you can buy from iFixit, you got a nice setup right there. You can tackle it, possibly not just to hold on to it for yourself, but to keep it in use. You could hand it down to a sibling, to a kid, to a family member, to a friend. It doesn't have to go in the trash.
Keep it as a backup.
or keep it as a backup in the glove box or whatever it is you might want to do.
It's nice. You order it from the site, and then you go through the tutorial on the site.
I like that.
Very streamlined.
Oh, that's nice.
It's an all-in-one type of experience. So they're definitely the right partner. I think we've partnered with them in the past. They have great tools.
Fix it. You have one of their like tool kits, like opens
Spudgers.
up, and
It's everything you need.
Yes.
it's everything.
Top to bottom.
It's crazy.
So you get the tools, you get the guide, and you get the parts all in one place. So shout out Google, shout out Samsung, shout out iFixit, changing the game. This is helpful stuff. Big fan. Nothing negative to say about it. Biden finally acknowledges Tesla and includes Elon Musk in an electric vehicles meeting.
I feel like we did this already.
Yeah, this might be a slightly different angle on it. Elon Musk has repeatedly complained about not being mentioned. This one focuses more on the fact that he had been neglected for so long. President Joe Biden can no longer pretend Tesla doesn't exist in the U.S. April 6th, senior officials of the Biden administration held a meeting with Tesla CEO Elon Musk. Oh, yeah, that's right. Musk questioned on Twitter why Tesla wasn't invited to Biden's signing ceremony of an executive order urging American. That was the thing that happened in the past. He commented under the tweet where the video was when he had said GM, great companies, great American companies like GM and Ford.
Elon was just seething.
Yeah. He said starts with a T, ends with an A. That it was his tweet was something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
It's hard on Twitter to know how irritated somebody actually is. Like he could write that with a look on his face like, or he could write that with a look on his face like,
Because everything on Twitter sounds snarky, so it's really hard to tell.
I know. And if you have to guess,
Yeah.
it's easier for some reason to guess about that it's probably the angry one
Yeah.
than the happy one. It's weird.
Angry is just default.
It's so
Yes.
easy to
Yeah.
perceive it as being that. Anyway, yeah, no. So he has had a meeting now, and the big part of this, the important part of this, is that they're gonna have to coordinate to figure out charging, the best case scenario for charging. And by coordinate, I'm obviously talking about GM, Ford, everybody, Toyota, Hyundai, everybody, Tesla. I said Tesla starts with a T, ends with an A. I'm gonna get Biden'd over here. I'm gonna get a comment underneath. When Will goes ahead and gets Elon on the show, he's going to say starts with a T, ends with an A. Shout out Dylan. The goal is 50% of EVs by 2030. 50% of cars sold will be EVs. And at the end of 2021, there's only 43,000 public EV charging stations, 1,300 superchargers. Yeah, well, it's not enough. So they're going to invest money. What are they going to do? $7.5 billion in federal funding has been approved. They got to roll out more chargers. I was at your supercharger.
In Barrie?
Yeah, I was over there.
You were telling me that thing's stupid fast.
It's great.
That's crazy.
It's fast. I got the screen in there. I'm watching the things.
Right.
Maybe you got a snack.
How long are you sitting there?
Well, I didn't need like a full deal.
Uh-huh.
I might have only been there for like 12, 13 minutes.
Wow. How much you get?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It's blazing fast. I mean, it's probably most of what you need in 20 minutes. Like, it's fast. Like, if you want to go to the plaza or eat or something, it's more than enough time.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
HP soars 14.8%, sets record after Buffett reveals $4.2 billion stake. So, kind of a funny time to invest in HP. I wonder what he knows that we don't.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, that's why people follow up and price goes up, because people are like, something, I don't know what's going to happen.
Price did go up in this situation.
Well, if Buffett does it.
Yeah. I think it's interesting because he doesn't hold a lot of tech stuff.
Yeah, he has Apple.
He has Apple. And then this is another big move he's made in the tech world, and it's HP. And I wonder why.
It has taken an 11.4% stake valued at $4.2 billion in the maker of personal computers and printers. Berkshire revealed in a Wednesday night regulatory filing that it owned nearly 121 million HP shares, including 11.1 million purchased this week. So obviously that sends it up 14.8%, going as high as $41.46. Berkshire does not regularly invest in technology companies, despite ending 2021 with a $161 billion stake in Apple. That's big money as well. It's definitely a well-respected investor, and anything they do is going to get a lot of attention. But I just don't know what HP's up to lately. What are people aren't going back to buying printers anytime soon.
I was reading this article and they were kind of basing it on the fact that like there's a lot more at-home work and at-home school. So just laptops in general are going to be like people are going to buy them a lot more. And if you're Warren Buffett and you got stake in HP and Apple, that's pretty much like
You're hedging.
most laptops.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right? I don't, but there are other laptops, but HP and Apple are the big ones.
Mm-hmm. So you got both sides covered. You got a Windows play, you got a Mac play.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's a big stake, no doubt. $4 billion is absolutely no joke, and it acted as encouragement for others to do the same. But he still might know something we don't. HP could be working on something we're not even expecting.
Totally.
Metaverse.
Well, why'd you do that?
I had to.
Will Smith banned for 10 years. 10-year ban. Look at that. Look at that screenshot or whatever.
Yeah, that freeze frame.
Freeze frame. What a weird. I'm still not.
It's
still weird.
Very, yeah, I know what you mean.
Still weird. Shout out 2-Bit Bears with the $100 super chat. Jeez Louise. Will Smith formally resigned from the Academy a week ago, saying he would accept any further consequences the board deems appropriate. Well, I guess they decided they did their deeming. They deemed appropriate 10 years suspension. 10 years is a long time. He's not super young. 10 years is a long time. I don't know if you guys think this is sufficient or not. On Friday, the Academy Board of Governors met virtually to discuss the situation, ultimately determining that for a period of 10 years from April 8th, 2022, Mr. Smith shall not be permitted to attend any Academy events or programs in person or virtually, including but not limited to the Academy Awards, according to a letter sent by Academy President David Rubin and CEO Don Hudson and obtained by People. During our telecast, we did not adequately address the situation in the room. For this, we are sorry. This was an opportunity for us to set an example for our guests, viewers, and our Academy family around the world, and we fell short, unprepared for the unprecedented, they wrote. Well, yeah, apparently they asked him to leave, and
He said no.
he said, I'm good. And they're like, oh, okay. And then they didn't say anything. They gave him the best actor, right?
They were like, okay.
It was
We tried.
Very confusing experience. We asked him to leave. He said no. He said he'd prefer to collect his best actor award.
Imagine they released that.
He told us he has a whole speech plan. He told us there's tears and everything involved. So we can't get in the way of that. I don't know. 10 years, what? Is it good enough? I don't know. Some people said that some people wanted his Academy Award. They wanted the award itself revoked. What do you guys like as a potential I don't know.
It seems really weird.
Like me and you never talked about the slap, did we?
Well,
maybe
not on
people
camera.
are slapped out.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably slapped out.
I'm going to tell you, I'm slapped out.
You're slapped out.
I was scrolling on YouTube and I saw some thumbnails were enticing, but I was like, I can't.
You're slapped out.
I can't do that.
Did you watch the claymation slap? I put it in the chat.
Oh,
You
yes.
may or
Then
may not
I
have clicked on
watched it.
Did you watch the claymation slap?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
remember.
do the claymation slap and then we're done with it forever.
It's really well made. So yeah,
It was fast. They turned
Yeah.
around the claymation slap fast. Let's do the claymations. This guy,
5.3
super
million.
talented, by the way, Lee Hardcastle. He whipped it together. I think in one day he put it together. Of course, you have animated slaps.
Wow.
You have slaps with ragdoll physics. We're gonna slap one more time because we're all slapped out.
Right.
We're gonna slap one last time, and we're gonna do the claymation, stop motion animation slap. Go ahead, Will. We can get audio.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Uh-oh, Richard.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Oh, okay.
It really illustrates how absurd the whole thing was.
It's so still.
The way that they cut it together, the last piece of okay, that line. Okay. And can you just do a little freeze for me on the shot of...
I know.
You know
the
where I'm
angry
going?
shot.
You know where I'm going?
He wants
I need
angry
Jada. I need Jada. Oh, man. Oh, man. And
also lit it from down, so it looks like she has a mustache.
it's uplit, and the anger. Imagine being able to put that much anger into a clay face.
Yeah.
With the eyebrows and the lines in the forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Just the amount of anger and looking directly at Will. Now, what you'll see, Will,
Okay.
just like the real event, he at first is laughing.
Yeah.
Will Smith, I'm talking about the claymation. So go back a little bit.
He's crying laughing. At
Yeah,
this.
so he starts laughing here. He's laughing, eyes closed. She turns. Okay, here we go. And then he has a little tear. Then he looks over and bang, he gets hit with the laser beam eyes.
Dude, this frame by frame play is hilarious.
This is the key moment right here. This is where everything changes. And his expression changes. He goes, oh.
And then snaps into it and angry. Look at
There you go. He takes off going. Look at the lighting on this, dude. It's so dramatic.
It is very dramatic.
Well done. Yeah, whipped it up, whipped it together. You got to appreciate, man.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we're talking about our place on Reddit and how quickly humans interact and put things together and react and respond, it's all very impressive, including... just imagine the energy in the room as the stop motion animator is crafting what he knows is going to be an absolute hit.
Yeah.
He just knows it. Like, this is the most no-brainer claymation you could ever put together. He's like, Will Smith did what? Will Smith did what?
The only challenge is speed.
That's
only
it.
thing is be before
That's
everybody
it.
else.
That's it. No, but not only challenge. He has to make it good.
Right. It still needs to be...
He has to make it good. And you look at the like to dislike ratio on this, man.
Oh, wow.
It's nutty. Almost 400,000 likes to 2,000 dislikes.
Wow.
5.4 million views.
Shout out.
Sick. Absolutely sick. Twitter says it's experimenting with unmentioning. Whoa. You'll be able to remove yourself from that tweet, a thread that went off the rails. I see. So you're mentioned, this happens, you're mentioned in a conversation that you really aren't that into.
Right.
But you get dragged along for the whole thing because every response creates a new mention.
Right.
Twitter's experimenting with an unmentioning feature. Allows you to remove yourself from a conversation. It's similar to untagging yourself in a photo or something.
Yeah.
We're experimenting with unmentioning, a way to help you protect your peace and remove yourself from conversations. The company posted a short GIF of what the feature will look like to its Twitter safety account. Man, they're coming with the features.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're going to claim it's not an Elon thing, but,
But Elon...
man, moments later, all the features start getting rolled out. So here's how it'll work. This is a little video clip. Leave this conversation. And it tells you what the consequences will be. Oh, man.
Oh, it's not blue anymore.
Did you see what the comment was? It was, you suck. Yeah. The guy's like, no, I'm good. I'll unmention.
Yeah.
It's kind of a nice medium between blocking.
Right.
Instead of going all the way to block, you just unmention. Let's see if it becomes a problem
Right. Yeah.
ever again.
Block is so permanent. It feels so
Block's
permanent.
intense. Well, you got mute as well, I guess, which is another. It's a lot of ways to do this, but I think this is a good idea. Twitter researcher and reverse engineer Jane Manchun Wong tweeted an apparent screenshot of the Leave This Conversation feature in February. As is often the case, her sleuthing proved correct. So they've been rumoring this thing since February. This menu now is it's incredibly comprehensive. Mute, embed, block, unmention.
Leave this conversation.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't see anything bad about it that I can think of. I
like how they said it. How do you say "don't at me" without saying "don't at me"?
Oh, right.
That's
how
fun.
do you say "don't at me"? Because anyone who actually says "don't at me" is asking people to at them.
Yeah, it's just
It's the absolute opposite. Don't at me. Okay, I'll at you. Thanks for the invite. Ukrainians track Russian troops via looted Apple AirPods across state lines. Whoa. Because why? Because AirPods have a Find My feature?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is like the reverse of the AirTag story. Yo, do you think AirTag stalking is going on in Ukraine as well? Like as a military tool?
Well, why not?
Yeah.
You plant it on vehicles or like civilians can plant it on vehicles and then, whoa.
Yeah.
I guess they can do it with the AirPods
Yeah.
in the exact same fashion, although those are more expensive than the AirTags. I'd be like recommending the AirTags. After the Russian invasion of Ukraine, there have been numerous reports of looting and some of those same spoils of war, such as Apple's AirPods. Stolen AirPods from places that got looted have reportedly been used to subsequently track the whereabouts of the Russian troops. So that's where the Find My kicks in. These belong to somebody. They got looted. According to Belarusian opposition leader advisor, the same function has been used to track the Russian retreat from the area of Ukraine's capital across the border and back to the safety of neighboring Belarus from where the initial Russian troop advancements towards the capital started. That's pretty cool. So you can, of course, technology continues to play a role in this conflict. And when you're fighting for your life, you're going to use whatever tactics are available to you. Any advantage that you can possibly get, whether it's stolen AirPods or the planting of AirTags. I would imagine, I don't know how Apple feels about it. I'd imagine that they might not be super into it. Doesn't really fit their typical marketing, Mo.
Yeah.
Imagine the Apple AirTags war commercial. Good Lord.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to sell as good.
I wonder if you could actually do it in a way, though. You know how Elon sent all the Starlink equipment?
Yeah.
Imagine Apple's commercial if they sent trucks full of AirTags for the Ukrainian military. I mean, they're definitely not going to do it.
No.
But
it'd be too easy to, like, for the Russians to use it on the Ukrainian people.
no, what if they had special software?
Oh.
No, this is not happening, so we don't even need to talk about it. Shopify to overhaul employee compensation with choice between cash and stock. Shopify, a sort of local company. Will, you're tight with those guys, right?
Canadian company, yeah.
I know a few.
You're a big Shopify guy. Well, I'm a big Shopify guy because Later Case runs on Shopify. Later Case, if you haven't heard, very thin cases for a variety of devices, including the new iPhone SE, if that happens to be the phone for you. Or Mo's currently wearing a Later Case on an S22 Ultra.
Yeah.
Whew, take it easy over there, Mo. Jeez. You're really flexing on him. You came back from your vacation flexing on him. Anyway, Shopify is a beautiful thing. Who doesn't like Shopify? Anybody not like Shopify? Probably somebody. The Ottawa-based company told employees about the coming change to their salaries at a town hall hosted by upper-level executives on Thursday afternoon, according to a senior source of Shopify. Shopify made the changes because a one-size-fits-all strategy no longer served the company. The source said, adding that employees will walk away with an overall higher salary across most roles and locations as a result of the new compensation framework.
Yeah, this is something I've noticed a lot of companies doing right now because of this tech talent. Everyone's trying to
poach.
Exactly. And we saw Apple giving the $250,000 to engineers in stocks to keep them around. And I was reading, this is speculative, but I was reading that a big reason for why Amazon and Tesla are splitting their stock again is so that they can pay their employees in stock options. It's easier to pay a paycheck if your stock isn't $3,000, right? It's just too expensive. You can't do it. And I know Tesla has a 15% off for their employees, but even then, that's still too expensive.
Right. Per share, you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
And most compensation packages would be hard to include shares when they're worth
exactly
right.
When you're giving fractions
the whole paycheck.
Of shit. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely a battle going on for talent, and you have to assume, especially when we're talking about engineers and things like this, like a lot of them, not just getting poached by other large-scale traditional tech companies, but also the Web3 stuff, which we've been talking about, crypto and God knows where else. So yeah, definitely that could be a big component. But also, I know Shopify did really well over COVID because everybody was starting these at-home businesses and everybody was shopping online. If you weren't shopping on Amazon, you were probably shopping on a Shopify site.
Crashed hard though after COVID.
Post-COVID crash. But you had to expect it would like normalize a little bit, no?
Hit the 5-year, Will. You'll see it.
Yeah, so there's COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the COVID climb. And then everyone was like, oh, malls are open. No, it definitely didn't happen to that extent, but you understand people.
Absolutely, yeah.
This sort of thing kind of regulating itself a little bit here.
Little correction.
Jeep says its new electric Wrangler concept goes 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, matching Tesla's $136,000 car. I'm just going to shut up. I'm getting out of your way, Will. I am getting out of your way. I'm pushing my mic arm.
No, I didn't read this. So I just looked at the picture in the title.
Okay, but how much does this Jeep cost?
Well, it's got to be less than 136,000. But no, the reason I thought Will was going to take the reins on this
is because of the vibe that
Mr.
it gives.
Bronco.
Yeah.
Adventure.
Willy Bronco.
Yeah, I mean, it does look really cool.
Go
it
ahead.
seems like it's meant for rock crawling.
Yeah.
With the big tires.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they'll make like I don't know, like a regular city version of it.
Oh, you're saying this is too rugged for you?
It looks very rugged.
Yeah, but you're very rugged.
I don't know about that.
No,
I just like drain plugs, all right?
Yeah.
That's pretty rugged.
Yeah.
Dog in the bathroom is pretty rugged.
Oh, my God.
Jeep unveiled the Wrangler Magneto.
Magneto 2.0.
Whoa, what a
Oh,
name. Magneto versus Optimus. The Magneto 2.0 has a manual transmission and more than 600 horsepower. The one-off vehicle may indicate what to expect in the future electric Wrangler. Okay, so this vehicle is old school. Manual transmission, gas. But they're saying, hey, it may be insight into the eventual electric Jeep.
Oh, so this is not an electric Jeep.
Not what
But they called it the
Magneto.
Magneto
Probably, maybe they just put the gas-powered equivalent to generate similar amounts of power to what you'll expect.
But the body will be
when the
similar.
electric one is ready. Jeep on Friday unveiled an incredibly quick battery-powered spin on its classic Wrangler SUV, the Wrangler Magneto 2.0. As its name suggests, a redesigned version of a similar concept. So the 2.0 is the electric aspect. The regular Magneto was the high horsepower gasoline equivalent.
Oh, okay.
The brand will show off the electric 4x4 and several other concepts at the Easter Jeep Safari, an annual gathering of off-road enthusiasts in Moab, Utah. Since the Magneto 2.0 is just a concept vehicle, it's more of a design exercise to understand consumer interest and preview some features rather than a production-ready model. Well, I can see that. But it looks a lot like Bronco, especially the two-door. I mean, I just saw one today.
Did you?
An orange one, and with a hard top. And the drain plugs. And the drain plugs.
Where is it?
Where is it?
and the two-door, it looks a lot like that. But,
Yeah.
I mean, can they really deliver on a 2-second 0 to 60 in a vehicle like this? I don't know. I mean, it'd be incredible, obviously.
Maybe eventually. But they haven't shown any EV
It is a
tech.
tiny.
We got crazy numbers getting thrown around out here. We had the Lexus thing the other day. Now we have this. Higher amperage propulsion system enables the Magneto 2.0 to put out 850 pound-feet of torque and 625 horsepower and maintain peak power for 10 seconds, according to Jeep. Today's most powerful Wrangler, equipped with a 6.4-liter V8, claims 470 pound-feet. Well, yes, 470 horsepower. We don't have to compare because we know what electric does. We know what electric do. But that's the one piece that's missing in Willie Doo's future. He's got everything sorted out, drain plugs, Broncos, but no electric. And that creates some degree, like a small amount of panic inside of him. He's like, oh man, by the time this gets delivered, do I wish I had something electric? And I tell him not to panic. I say, you've done the right thing here, Will. This is suitable for you.
Okay.
You're a rugged guy.
Right.
Don't you forget it. And for your lifestyle at the moment, this is what you need.
Right.
I tell him that all the time. He says, I don't know.
There's a lot of doubt. with gas cars nowadays.
Well, man,
Really don't know.
you oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm conflicted.
We touched.
I know. He's
we
been
touched-
thinking about it for a while.
We touched on it. No, everybody in the chat and in the comments tell Will he's made the right move. He's Willy Bronco.
Yeah.
He's Willy Bronco forever.
Yeah. Okay. Last story.
Last story. This is yours, Will.
Yeah.
You
we
want to take it
couldn't see
away?
Not really. You told me to grab like a Reddit
No,
story,
I didn't.
and I have no idea.
Okay, well, I want to see it. You wouldn't play it
Yeah,
earlier.
But
you
I'll
selected this
maybe
one.
give you a little bit of context from what I know.
Okay.
What you see here is just the thumbnail of someone dipping their toes in a lake of complete red.
A lake of complete red,
Yes.
meaning water?
And yes, it's a beach. Actually, it's a beach in Iran. And
You're supposed to say Iran. Somebody did that to me
Iran.
last time.
okay, Iran.
No, Iran.
Is it Iran?
Iran, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Well, in Iran.
What was the thing I said the other day that just
What?
set you off hugely? My pronunciation? The Korean dish? You
For the ad?
You loved it.
Yeah. The way that you said it,
What was it though? I can't remember.
bibimbap.
Bibimbap. And I said bibimbap or something. Boom bap.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, I said boom bap. Boom bap.
Yeah. I left it in.
Did you?
I did. Yeah.
See, I told you, man, you're getting good at that stuff. Look at other people are doing their own pronunciation. They say it's Aaron.
Oh, Aaron? Isn't that a...
It's a Key and Peele joke.
Yeah, it's a Key and Peele joke.
Look, somebody said Iran. And then someone said Iran.
With the emoji of the
I
eye.
don't know. I'll stick
Boom
to
bap.
the bibimbap.
This piqued
Boom
my
bap.
attention.
Okay, go ahead, Will. I apologize, man.
Because
I'm gonna push the microphone.
Okay, this piqued my attention because I saw a similar article that had the red lake. I think it was in Italy right now. Like it's happening, and it's because there's a certain type of algae within the lake that's creating this red
Oh, wow.
water. So I'm just going to play the clip here.
Okay.
So the sand is also red.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
And the water is, I mean, it's murky, but it's very red.
Yeah, it's a little bit more orange.
Yeah.
It's weird that it's
And very
black.
vibrant.
It's black, but then when a section gets dug out, then the redness and the red water fills it.
You mean the sand?
Yeah, the sand is like
Yeah.
a deep, like a
It's
dark
deep
black.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could be completely wrong here and say that it's algae when it really isn't. But
Well, I
that's what-
believe you because I was watching David Attenborough's one of his documentaries, and he did a piece on algae and how once in certain times of the year you can see it from space. Like certain parts of the ocean
Yes.
will just turn green,
yeah.
right? So if they're turning red, I believe it.
You know the top comment's going to help us here. The top comment
Yeah.
is for sure going to tell us what's going on. Characteristic reddish hue of sand in Hormuz Island is due to high concentration of iron oxide. In places where the sand is redder, the waves in the sea become tinged with red or pink. This sand has been used for decades in the industry of dyeing, cosmetics, glass, and ceramics.
Oh, so
Iron.
maybe it wasn't algae.
There you go. Top comment. Reddit. Every time. Knock it
Problem
out.
solved.
Knock it
I was
out.
just making it up.
Will's like, there are microorganisms and birds.
I talk like Attenborough.
Yeah. And the birds and the winds of the southern coast that inflict changes to the region. It's like, actually, it's iron deposits.
Yeah.
Will's like, exactly. As I said, iron deposits. As I said.
I just clap.
Oh, man. There you have it. Thank you to everybody who joined here today. Thank you to Mo for returning after his personal maintenance, as he described it.
Yeah.
Thank you to Will for purchasing a gas vehicle in 2022.
Really do.
Thank you to Elon for saving Twitter. Don't ask people at Twitter about that.
Yeah.
Thank you to the Academy for banning Will Smith for a decade.
All right, that's it.
Thank you to the stop motion guy, Lee Hardcastle. Thank you to Lee Hardcastle. That is a hard name. And thank you to all the dogs around the world.
Yeah.
Leaving dog tacos in the bathroom, but only with their owners.
Right. Nobody else.
And nobody else. Thank you for all the super chats, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for this week. We're going to see you real soon. Seriously. Thank you.